St. Bartholomew's Church, Colne. St. Bartholomew's Church is in the town of Colne in Lancashire, England. It is an active Anglican parish church in the Diocese of Blackburn. There has been a church on the site since no later than the 12th century, although the present building mostly dates from the 16th century. It is recorded in the National Heritage List for England as a designated Grade I listed building. History. A church has existed on the site from no later than the 12th century and was possibly founded by Robert de Lacy. The present building mostly dates from the early 16th century, although there are traces from the late 12th or early 13th century in the north arcade of the nave. The building probably underwent significant restoration in the 16th century. A font was donated to the church by Lawrence Towneley in 1590. In 1815, repairs were made to the north arcade by Thomas Taylor. The building underwent restoration by E.G. Paley in 1856–57 and a further restoration in 1889–91 by Paley, Austin, and Paley. In the latter restoration, the north aisle was removed and replaced by a double aisle. An organ chamber and vestries were added. The church was reseated and screens, choir stalls, a pulpit, and an altar were added. This restoration cost nearly £7,000 £770,000 in 2019. In 1988, the church was designated a Grade I listed building. The Grade I listing is for buildings of exceptional interest, sometimes considered to be internationally important. Architecture. Exterior. The church is constructed of wrought stone in the Perpendicular and late Perpendicular styles. Its plan consists of a nave with a south and a double north aisle, a chancel, chapels to the north and south of the chancel, vestries, an organ chamber, and a tower to the west. There is a porch to the south. The south windows are straight-headed with 4 arched lights. The clerestory has 3 light windows. The 5-light east window has cinquefoil heads and rectilinear tracery. The north aisle has 2 and 3 light windows. The tower is 62 feet 19 m high. It has square buttresses of 4 stages at the western corners. The 3 light belfry windows are pointed and transomed, with tracery in their heads. The tower parapet is crenellated with gargoyles below, to the north and south. The doorway to the tower has a pointed head. The porch to the south has a niche in its gable and a sundial in place of a finial. Its entrance has a pointed arch and chamfered orders. Inside there is a stone bench on either side of the entrance. Interior and fittings. The nave measures 55 feet 17 m by 19 feet 5.8 m. The north and south arcades have 4 bays. The north has round piers with molded bases and capitals, and the south has octagonal columns, also with molded bases and capitals. There is an inner and an outer aisle to the north, separated from each other by an arcade of 4 pointed arches and octagonal piers. The font is octagonal with concave sides, each featuring a shield. The shields contain symbols of the Passion and the initials of Lawrence Towneley. The pulpit is constructed of oak on a stone base. The chancel measures 42 feet 9 inches 13.3 m by 20 feet 9 inches 6.32 m. It has a narrow opening into the north aisle. Its arcades to the north and south have octagonal piers and 3 pointed arches of 2 chamfered orders. The banister chapel to the north and the barnside chapel to the south are both separated from the aisles by oak screens. The tower has a ring of 8 bells. 6 of them date from 1814, cast by Thomas Mears of London. The remaining 2 were given to the church in 1900 by Thomas Hyde of Colne. Churchyard. The churchyard lies mostly to the south of the church. The oldest dated gravestone is from 1606. There is a medieval stone cross to the southeast of the building. It consists of a square block topped with an octagonal shaft and an octagonal block. The cross has a grade Roman II listing.